So that's it for the second question. Well, let's go back now to that third question, and back once more. There we go. The role of the economy in shaping society. I see that here, the third one here. Well, the unit here, exploration, would probably be the one you would go for. Maybe the English Civil War, but we'll come back to that. Exploration, when the old world of Europe meets the new world of the Americas, it has so many profound effects. Socially, certainly, of these two very different peoples meeting each other, but also it's a very important economic relationship. You may have heard of the triangular trade system that is established between Europe, Africa, and the Americas. Well, that starts with exploration. You think of Columbus, who we spent a good deal with in this unit, coming to the Americas, thinking it's the East, thinking it's India and Cathay or China, and he's going to be using his knowledge of this new world, as far as he understood it, for economic gain. Slavery is going to be resulting, but then also all these different goods and products and agricultural resources being traded on both sides. That's called the Columbian Exchange, and so this revitalizes the economy and very important economic part of the story. Well, then, of course, econisms, this entire unit on understanding of the economy, capital, communism, socialism, that's going to be very important there. And then for this third question, then probably imperialism and Russian Revolution here would be part of that economic story. Imperialism kind of carries forward some of the same themes that we saw in exploration of one people group meeting another, one group taking advantage of another. Remember the four motivating factors for imperialism, nationalism and political rivalries, economic rivalries, raw materials, search for raw materials, civilizing, emigration. Have I forgotten one? So there you would go with that for that question, the economy and shaping society. You could throw in the Russian Revolution there too as kind of an extension of Marxism and the realization that there's an end of feudalism in Russia and a new industrial economy is going to be starting, although on a separate model from, say, the industrial economy that we saw here in the Industrial Revolution under England. Now, having mentioned that, going back to this middle column, see, this is where I probably should be writing this down and prepping it more. But hey, it's late at night, and the third period started, I'm not watching it. So, Industrial Revolution, think of that flow chart that we made. Look at how the economy shapes so many aspects of society. Look at how the politics, like the politics of the enclosure movement, changes the economy and then changes the social aspect. I know it says here the role of the economy in shaping society. You're tempted to focus just on the economy, but think of society. This is where you would throw in a modest proposal. That document is really an argument about how the economy has an effect on how people are treated and how nations view particular groups within their societies, particularly the poor. So that right here, modest proposals, the document we look at. All right, well, I've talked enough here. I'm going to stop the recording here, so I've given you hopefully enough information or maybe some good new information about how to approach some of these questions here. I'll post this up, and then maybe tomorrow I'll put on one about the green sheets because I think, particularly in the second period, I only got through the first of the green sheets there. All right, see you later. Go Blackhawks!